You found the STIHL National Championship Air Races presented by Reno-Tahoe.
From here in Reno-Tahoe, our live coverage continues. STIHL National Championship Air Races here. Coming up, we have some F1 action, Formula One, Gold Class, Class A. This is the third race in this class. The special week here in Reno. It's been good tight racing so far. We have had two fantastic races, and you can see we are very near our starting time, Rob Lowe.
Yeah, we are, Tommy, and this is going to be exciting. This is a gold pairing that we're going to see here in Heat 3A for the Formula One, and this is going to be a great pairing. They're out on the runway now. You can see the red flag is up, so they've gotten their 5-minute warning. The aircraft, you can see, are starting their engines. Tommy, again, in this class, we do a standing horse rate Grand Prix type start. So we've got 8 competitors. They're on the runway. As you can see, the front row has 3 aircraft, 2 in the middle and 3 in the back. So a total of 8. We'll go through those competitors here in a minute, but let's talk a little bit about what this class is. We race on our up close and personal 3.5-mile course. We do 8 laps. Speeds get over 250, 270 miles an hour. And in this class, we've got our top competitors in Justin Metters and Limitless, and Steve Temple and Afraid Not will be in this class. We'll get to see that. These racers trace their history all the way back to the midget racers back into the 30s and 40s. And on this 3.5-mile course, they're going to fly with a minimum of 5 gallons of fuel. And they're going to have the rules required. It's a monoplane that is a single wing, 666 square feet, fixed gear. They all have the same Continental O200 engine. And here, Tommy, you can see the course with the takeoff. Again, when they take off the first time around the course is what we call the oil warm-up or the starter lap. And then when they come back by the steel start-finish line that you see right there, the race is on. That's when we start counting laps. That's when we start counting time.
Well, it's been a great rivalry so far, Rob. We have been back and forth between 2 planes, Limitless, Justin Metters, and Afraid Not with Steve Temple. That's race 34 and 31. A terrific rivalry. They each have 1 win this week, so it's dead even right now. And we look very much forward to this rivalry continued and expect to fully continue all the way till Sunday in the race for the gold, but plenty of other contenders out there as well. And our field of 8 who are about to tee it up and get it going in this F1 3A race.
Race 31 is back, which is fast airplane. So he's our main competition right now. We're less than 1/10 of a second separating us right now, so we're really close. So it's probably going to come down to tactics and takeoff to see who's going to be in the front.
Justin Metters won the most recent race, the 2A race here. And before that, in the first race, Steve Temple with Afraid Not was the winner there. Both of them within a mile an hour as far as their race times, official times for those races. So it is just too close to call at this point. Who's got the best idea to deal with it this time around? We're about to find out.
Absolutely we are. Justin Metters, such a great story. The airplane called Limitless. Justin with a paraplegic flying with hand controls only. And here you see Justin Phillipson on the screen, race 79, no strings attached. He'll be in 3rd place. He's the 3rd aircraft there on the front row for us today, Tommy.
And we have 8 teams racing in this one right now. That's Steve Temple and Afraid Not. That's race number 2. We've been talking about Steve. Race 31, excuse me, that's in position number 2.
Position number 2. So that makes up our first row. We've got Justin in 34, in race 34, Steve Temple in race 31, and Justin Phillipson in race 79. And then we jump back to the next row where we've got race 99, Timothy Cohn, and I just love the name of this airplane. What Airplane Honey? You know, that's awesome.
What airplane? Yeah, you love that name. You know, there's a story behind that. It's a very exciting plane to watch, as well as Casset 3s. Most of these airplanes in here are.
And then also on the middle row there, where we only have 2 aircraft, Tommy, is race 27. That's Kent Jackson out of Washington, D.C. He's in the Casset 3 as well. He calls it Once More. And sorry, there it is, the yellow and white Kent Jackson right there.
As soon as that green flag goes up, we are going to be racing out here today.
I believe that should be race 52, Trent
Feisty.
Woodworth in Feisty, you bet. And then the white and green race 21, known as Blackjack, piloted by Josh Watson out of Wilton, California. And I believe now it's going to be The red flag is coming down, so the next thing that's going to happen is when that green flag goes up, so does the power, the brake pressure goes up, and the adrenaline in the cockpit goes by. And again, we're going to all depart at the same time. Here we go, Tommy, we're underway.
Watch this front row here, race 34, 31, and 79. Limitless, freight knot, and no strings attached.
Don't forget, this first time around the course is a warm-up lap, but they can jockey for position, so that prop choice is all important here and how they get airborne. And you see our top two competitors right there. Freight Knot's getting the early jump, but he's done that every time, Tommy. And then what we've seen before is Justin Metters has been able to catch him a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. Not out of the race, race 79, Justin Phillipson right there with them as well.
Joining the fray right there, race 79.
Tommy, we're up and running. We're headed around pylon number 1 for the first time. Again, they can jockey for position on this first time around the course. And like all the closed course racing here, you have to pass on the outside. So what you see right there, our top 2 leaders, Freight Knot out front. Race 31 has the inside track. So Justin Metters, if he's going to pass him, he's going to have to pass him on the outside, which is the longer route, and it takes longer to get there. So we've seen yesterday Justin made some tweaks, and he was able to gain some speed. But again, these two look very, very close. And as you said, Tommy, they're within a knot of each other on the qualifying speeds.
And it took him the greater portion of this race just to engineer a come from behind, similar to the position he started in the last race, 2A.
Yeah, absolutely. And here you see our 2 leaders coming around the final pylon on the first lap. They're coming to the STIHL home pylon, start-finish line, and now we're officially underway. Laps are counted, time is counting as of right now, Tommy, and the race is truly on.
First of 8 laps we're into right now, and we will watch this duel at front. No doubt other great races within the race will emerge as we go through these 8 laps, and we'll try to keep you on top of that as well.
So here you see again, Freight Knot down low. Steve Temple is taking the inside track. Justin Metters is a little bit higher, but look there, Tommy, he's beginning to gain a little ground. Look at that. He's got some speed on him, and Justin's starting that turn as he heads into pylons 4, 5, and 6. And they are neck and neck coming around that corner. And I believe that Justin Metters may have made the pass right there, but Steve Temple still has the inside line. So let's wait till they roll out, and there it is. Justin Metters is out front. Boy, he found some speed today, Tommy. I'll tell you what.
Found it early on. Again, as we said, it took him several laps to engineer what he just did right there. And man, he has taken a commanding lead.
Absolutely. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but this is still Friday.
Yep.
It's all about Sunday, so these competitors are often holding back. They're not showing all their cards today, so it's all about competing and moving from heat to heat so that you're in the right position for Sunday when all the marbles are on the table.
It is a 4-day chess game, to be sure, trying to get yourself a gold medal, and it would be multiple gold medals for either of these 1 and 2 racers here. 34 and 31 Metters at Temple, they have both won.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe Freight Knot has just decided to pull it back or if he's got some other issue, but Justin Metters is pulling away unlike anything we've seen all week long. So, and then now if we look back here just behind first and second, this is our race for 3rd and 4th, Tommy, with Justin Phillipson in race 79 there, followed by the red, white, and blue.
Timothy Cohn.
That's right. Timothy
What airplane
Cohn.
hunting. And he's gaining a little ground on Phillipson.
He is. This looks to be a tight race. And again, he's right in trail, so a lot of times they're going to follow each other around, look for the line. You know, it's not a lot different than NASCAR, where you kind of follow your competitor to see where they're going to take the line and see where you get the opportunity to make a pass. And that's what we see here. Here you see the different altitudes that they're choosing to go down the north side of our course here on our 3.5-mile course. And we're coming up just about to the halfway point, Tommy. Not quite, but we're getting there.
Justin Phillipson on a bit of a roll here. He's just come up from the B class into the gold class here, based on his last race, his 2B race. So, all right. We just see that now Steve Temple, race 31, has really fallen all the way back. We don't know if there's some sort of difficulty or
if he's just choosing to do that, but I can't imagine that. I'm sure there's something going on with the aircraft there, but he is significantly slower than the whole field at the moment, Tommy. So the battle we were watching there a minute ago turns into a battle for 2nd and 3rd, and we continue to see that on the screen here with Timothy Cohn and Justin Phillipson. And you see Cohn continuing to take a little bit lower line, although he's trailing, and then just trying to find that place where he can make that move. But again, once he gets there, he's going to have to pass on the outside. And I think he's just trying to find the best place to finally use the tactic and get around him. They look to be very evenly matched airplanes, Tommy.
Let's see if he can get some speed as they are now flying level.
Oh, there he goes. Look at that acceleration.
Doing it.
Yeah, right as they go by the STIHL start-finish line, he really had, Cone had some speed built up there, but again, he's got to kind of get on the outside. So we'll watch here as they head around the north end of the course. I'm sorry, the east end of the course, headed for the north straightaway to see where we can go. And it looks like Phillipson's still able to hold him off just a little bit through the turn, Tommy.
Phillipson from Vacaville, California. The Cone bought airplane honey, also a California plane from Fresno.
Definitely the closest competition on the course. The field of 8 has spread out pretty much around the entire course right now, Tommy, as we continue to watch our battle for second place here. And you see Cone is still stalking him. He's still looking for that spot. Look at the different strategies right there, Tommy, as they come around pylon number 6, headed for the home straight. And here you see Cone again. He's able to make some ground on those straightaways, but he just doesn't quite have the oomph to get around him in the turns yet. There you can see them passing some lap traffic as they continue to battle for second. They're passing the yellow aircraft of Trent Woodworth in race 52 in Feisty.
Yeah, Justin Phillipson looking to pull away a little bit right now, so he may have found something a little different or some not ideal air encountered by Timothy Cone.
Yeah, decided, hey, we've got 1 lap to go. I'm going to put it, you know, pull out the stops just a little bit, because remember, it's all about Sunday and working your way from today to tomorrow on Saturday and then to Sunday. They all want to be in the position to be in the gold race there Sunday. But again, Cone here is trying to fight back, and there they are passing Freydnot, virtually one of our fastest airplanes on qualifying, and something's up with that airplane today, Tommy, for him. He's 30 to 40 knots slower than the field right now.
And let's not forget Justin Metters, who is
white flag,
won race B.
And there, our leader just took the white flag as we continue to watch second and third there. And there we jump back to Justin. He just passed the STIHL start-finish line, Tommy, for the white flag on his final lap here of 8.
This will be 2 victories in a row in gold class racing F1 here. Lost the race on the first day, won yesterday, and looking like the odds-on favorite to repeat again today.
Yeah, he's doing a great job flying a very tight line, being very consistent. And he is very, very consistent as we continue to watch him there. Then we're going to split screen what you see on the right side there, Tommy, is our battle for second. And we see Cone continuing he's got 1 more time around to do that. But right as we, on the left side of the screen, you see Justin Metters coming to the checkered flag, and Justin has won this heat, Tommy. But the rest of the race we're going to finish now. We're going to zoom in on the battle for second, where Cone and Phillipson are really battling it out, Tommy.
Phillipson in the green and white plane. The red, white, and blue plane is Cone, and Cone will not be shaken off.
No.
He is sticking with this. He's going to make this go down to the final second.
And you just saw a second ago on that shot, more lap traffic that they're dealing with. Here you see Cone try to pop up, trade some altitude, and over the last 2 pylons, he's going to dive down and try to see if he can get some sort of acceleration to try and get him at the end. It looks like Phillipson's going to hold him off, but Cone's got a head of steam, Tommy. Here we go.
He's got
missed
out on second.
About 2 or 3 plane lengths, but he had it going. Man, he did his best. I think those were just so evenly matched the entire race. Here we see the rest of our field continuing to come across the finish line. So let's go back and look at the race. Here we see Freydnot out front in race 31 in the white airplane. He got the jump. He got the whole shot, Tommy, off the ground, and Justin Metters was right on him all the way. We've seen that. I think that's prop selection between those two. Yep. That's what we've seen all week long. And then Justin Metters got around him, and everything seemed to be fine. And then here you see Freydnot just begin to slow back. I don't know if he was overheating, some other issue in the airplane, but eventually he ends up finishing the race 30 knots or more slower than the rest of the field. Justin Metters just flew masterfully out front. Again, qualifying and staying on top, not just to finish in first, but that time and that speed all matter for as we work our way to Sunday.
Yeah, that number 1 spot played out all within the first lap and a half, so that was pretty much done. But here was the race that we really had our eyes on for second place. Justin Phillipson and Timothy Cone.
Yeah, race 79, race 99. It was tight the whole time, and Timothy Cone was just stalking him, and he just had the unfortunate luck of having to pass on the outside, and he never could quite get enough oomph to get around him. He would accelerate like you see right here on the straightaways, and he'd get close, but then Phillipson had that inside edge, which is the key part of pylon racing, and you got to pass on the outside for safety. And there it got really close right there about midway through the race, and Cohn was right on his tail, but then it kind of evened out from there, and Cohn made a run for it as we got to the very last. In fact, coming around the pylons for the last time, Cohn was making a run at him, but he just never could get quite closer than 2 or 3 plane lengths, and it was just what a great competitive race, Tommy.
Absolutely, and Justin Phillipson certainly on a roll. He had just come up from the silver class, from the B class, to make the A class for this race. He made a good point that he deserves to be here.
Yeah, and that was Justin Metters just taking the checkered, and here you see the finish here for the battle for second. And there's our winner of this heat, Justin Metters, out of Mineral Wells, Texas. That's where he bases the airplane, lives in Weatherford. And I'm fortunate to call him a neighbor kind of where I live, so it's kind of fun to see him having success here. And we talked about Justin. What a great story. His airplane's called Limitless, and that's by design. Justin was unfortunately in a motorcycle accident several years ago, or many years ago. And his passion for competition, his passion for adrenaline got him into racing, and he eventually is now flying the Limitless Snowshoe SR1 with all kinds of precision, and here he is as our winner, Tommy.
Yeah, there's our unofficial results as they stand right now. Justin Metters in race 34, Limitless. In first place, Justin Phillipson, race 79. Good race there, no strings attached, able to edge out what airplane, honey? Timothy Cohn, race 99. Jake Spidell in quad nickel was 4th place. Once more by Kent Jackson, race 27. Trent Woodworth, race 52, and Feisty in 6th place. 7th place, Joshua Watson in blackjack, and Steve Temple in Frayed Knot. Something up there, as you said, Rob, some sort of difficulty. We'll see if we can find out what's behind that before we watch this gold class race again. Formula One gold racing has been fantastic this week, and we've seen more of it than any other class. That's just the way the elements have rolled out for us, but boy, the elements are in our favor now. There is more racing coming to you live from here in Reno-Tahoe at the STIHL National Championship Air Races.